Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here, and TGI Friday. This morning, we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news. Quite a few earnings reports, actually, even though Fridays are normally fairly quiet. We have some big names from last night, and we'll see which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Don't forget to check out the TipRanks Expert Center to benefit from the wisdom of over 8,000 Wall Street analysts and hundreds of corporate insiders and hedge funds. Links will be in the description down below. Now let's get right into this morning's exciting stock market news. We are ending the week off with U.S. stock futures in the green. Currently, Dow futures are up 0.25%, S&P 500 futures up 0.43%, and NASDAQ futures up 0.57%. The Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, has officially now filed a lawsuit to block the acquisition of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft over antitrust concerns. The FTC believes that the deal would enable Microsoft to harm competition in multiple and rapidly growing gaming markets. They pointed out that they do have a track record of acquiring popular gaming content, preventing competition from having it on their consoles. In reaction to the lawsuit, Microsoft's president, Brad Smith, said that while we believe in giving peace a chance, we have complete confidence in our case and welcome the opportunity to present our case in court. The Microsoft stock is currently rated a strong buy with an average upside of 17%, while the Activision Blizzard stock is also rated a strong buy with an average upside of over 22%. Activist investor Dan Loeb's Third Point has increased their stake in Bath & Body Works. Third Point has now increased its stake in Bath & Body Works to over 6%. According to the 13D filing, Loeb has expressed his concern about the high excessive executive pay packages given to executives. The activist investor seeks to reduce costs, improve the board's communication and transparency, and revive the overall financial health of the company. Analysts do currently rate the Bath & Body Works stock a strong buy with an average upside of 19%. And next week, it is expected that United Airlines will be announcing a major order of Boeing 787 Dreamliners. An order could be worth tens of billions of dollars. The airline company invited reporters to a historic announcement for next Tuesday held at the Boeing, South Carolina factory that builds the 787. Last week, it was reported that Boeing and United were close to reaching a deal, and United Airlines chief executive told pilots at a training session in August that the carrier was planning to order more than 100 wide-body airplanes. Analysts currently rate the United Airlines stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 35%, while the Boeing stock comes in with a moderate buy rating and an upside of nearly 10%, with several buy ratings coming in just yesterday. Now moving over to notable earnings reports. Friday is quite quiet for earnings, nothing really happening in the after hours. In the pre-market this morning, we have heard from Chinese electric vehicle maker Li Auto. They did miss on both earnings and revenue. They reported a loss per share of 18 cents, which was 9 cents wider than analyst estimates, while revenue of $1.31 billion did increase 20% year over year, but fell $60 million short of expectations. Analysts do currently rate their stock a strong buy with an average upside of 26%. We did hear from several big companies in the after hours last night, one of those being Lululemon. Their stock is actually falling in the pre-market despite beating on earnings and revenue after the company posted a softer than expected future outlook. Lululemon also saw their inventories increase 85% to $1.7 billion in the quarter. They're forecasting their net revenue for the fourth quarter to be between $2.6 and $2.655 billion, which was on the lower end of estimates. Their earnings per share of $2 was 2 cents ahead of expectations, and revenue of $1.86 billion was $50 million ahead of estimates. Analysts do currently rate their stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 10%. Shares of Broadcom are up slightly in the pre-market this morning after they beat on earnings and revenue and provided a decent future forecast. Their fourth quarter earnings per share came in at $10.45, which was 17 cents ahead of expectations. Meanwhile, revenue rose over 20% year over year to $8.93 billion, which was $30 million ahead of expectations. They're expecting first quarter revenue to be around $8.9 billion, which would be a 16% increase year over year. Their stock is currently rated a unanimous strong buy with an average upside of 28%. We also heard from DocuSign. Their stock is up over 11% currently in the pre-market after beating earnings and revenue and increasing their 2022 revenue outlook. They're now expecting total revenue for the year to be $2.493 to $2.497 billion, up from their previous guidance of just $2.47 to $2.48 billion. Their third quarter earnings per share came in at 57 cents, which was 15 cents ahead of expectations, and revenue of $645 million was 18 million ahead of expectations and up 18% year over year. Analysts do currently rate their stock a hold with an average upside of 26%. And then we have Costco. Their stock is fairly flat but down slightly in the pre-market after they missed expectations on earnings and revenue. First quarter earnings per share of $3.10 was 6 cents shy of expectations, and revenue of $54.44 billion was up 8% year over year, but $240 million shy of estimates. Analysts currently rate their stock a strong buy with an average upside of 14%. Now let's take a look at which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers are led by DocuSign following their earnings. Trading under the ticker DOCU, the stock is up over 11%. They're followed by Korea Electric Power under KEP up 7% and Zylab under ZLAB up 5.6%. And our biggest losers are led by Lululemon following their earnings. Trading under the ticker LULU, the stock is currently down 6.5%. They're followed by Leslie's under LESL down about 6% and Planet Fitness under PLNT down 3.8%. So that is going to be everything for Friday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. If you made it to the end of today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday.